The Joe Rogan Experience.
Dude, the first time I saw you fight was in like 2000. Yeah, about 2000. I saw you fight Marvin Eastman.
My first professional fight?
Was that your first professional fight?
Yeah, you saw that in King of the Cage?
Yep. I was there live.
You was there at King of the Cage?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
You saw me get my ass kicked.
You didn't get your ass kicked.
I did.
No, you just lost.
Yeah.
Marvin Eastman was fucking good.
Man, yeah. I was lied to, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they was doing him a favor, and they told me the guy was just a kickboxer, and I was a wrestler. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna take this guy down. It was a 2 weeks notice fight.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
He kickboxed too.
Yeah, I didn't know about the wrestling. I knew he was kickbox. He kicked me in the head. I was like, damn, that's my only time ever getting kicked in the head.
Really?
Yeah, my whole career. Go back and watch my fights.
That's crazy.
I learned the lesson. Never got kicked in the head again.
Wow. Yeah, he could wrestle and he could kickbox.
Yeah,
and he was built like a tank.
Yeah. That's why he was my first fight in the UFC. Because I don't know if you know about this, but Dana White bought an organization just to get me, because I left Pride and I went to WFA.
Oh, okay.
And my manager at the time, he became like the president of WFA, so he had to stop being my manager. And I fought, and then the company folded, and Dana bought the whole company so I can come over.
So this was when you were leaving Pride.
Yeah,
when the UFC had bought Pride.
This before.
Oh.
I left Pride right when they was going down.
When the UFC bought Pride, they thought they were buying a whole organization, and they didn't get anything but a library. They got a video library.
That's all they got?
All the contracts were bullshit. Everything was bullshit. That's why they never got Fedor. And that's why I think, it's like they honored people's contracts. Some people got great contracts. Like Mark Hunt apparently got a great contract. Alistair, a lot of these guys that came over had great contracts. But it was Crow Cop. Remember Crow Cop came over? But the whole thing was all fucked up. It was run by the mob.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What was it like being over there?
Man, it was crazy. It was surreal. I remember the first time I noticed that the mob had something to do with Pride. I saw these guys walking down the hallway, like when we was doing like the piss test.
Uh-huh.
And I was coming back from the bathroom with my cup, and I just see these guys walk around in like nice and expensive suits, and then everybody just put their head down, put their back against the wall, and just bow.
Whoa.
I was like, what the fuck is going on? Culture shock. I had no idea.
Right.
And then after a while, I asked somebody, they're like, oh, those are the bosses. Those are the Yakuza.
Did they have missing fingers?
And some of them did. You see some of that shit over there.
Bro.
It was crazy.
That is a crazy way to gain entry. Just fucking saw your finger off in front of everybody.
I thought that if
you did something bad.
Yeah, if you fucked up, right? I had a friend out there. His name was 36, and the guy took a liking to me, and he was super cool, all tatted up, and I guess he was rich as fuck. When he found out I had like little Japanese kids, he said, "Hun, your son needs this," and it was like a gold samurai helmet. He said, "This has to stay in your son's house," and I showed it to my ex-wife. She was my wife at the time. She said, "Oh yeah, I was going to have to get him this. He saved me a lot of money." And then I asked her, I said, "How much is something like this cost?" He said, "Oh," she said, "probably like $30,000-$40,000."
Wow.
He gave me a gift. He had like a
missing pinky finger.
Yeah, but he was a cool dude.
What do? They chop off one digit or two? How many digits did they chop off?
I think he just had
the first.
Yeah, he just had the first one chopped off.
Yeah, it's like if you fuck up again, then it's the second one.
I don't know. Maybe to go to the other hand, I would think. I don't think you would fuck up no more after that, though. Would you fuck up twice?
I mean, you don't fuck up on purpose, I would assume.
Yeah, you never know about that.
I mean, it depends on how strict they are. Like, what is a fuck up for
Yeah.
those guys?
I have no idea.
It's a crazy culture.
It's crazy. I love it though. I could live there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, I heard that their population is dying off. They ain't making babies.
They're actually asking people to come over there and fuck.
Man, the fuck I'm doing here? I just got back from there. I was trying to fuck, but I was trying to be good because I'm trying to see somebody. I was trying to be good, so I ain't fucked nothing. This time. This is the first time going to Japan. I ain't fucked nothing. Like, God damn, trying to be good for once in my life.
Do they love Americans over there?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Tell me you've been there though.
I've only been there for one day, just for the UFC and right back home.
How could you do that? How could you go there? That's a long flight.
I had to. Too busy.
Yeah.
I just didn't have any time for anything else. But it was beautiful. It's interesting how clean everything is. So clean and orderly.
Yeah.
And everybody, like, so many people walking on the street, nobody's bumping into anybody. Everybody's, like, very polite.
Yeah, they're very polite, but they're like robots, bro. I remember one time when I was fighting there, this one guy on the other side of the street recognized me, but he wasn't sure. He was riding a bike, and he was looking at me and wasn't paying attention to where he was going, and he fucking smacked in the back of the truck and fell down his bike. We all was laughing our ass off, but the Japanese people, no one laughed, no one tried to help him up. None. He was hurt kind of bad, and I would have went over there and tried to help him, but it was like a busy street. So I was like, and
Nobody even helped him?
No one even helped him.
They just kept walking.
Just kept walking. One dude stepped over him.
Oh, Jesus.
Just kept walking. No one laughed, though. That's the thing that fucked me up. We was laughing our ass off.
You don't hear about a lot of Japanese comedians.
No, I heard that the ones that they do have, they come from Osaka, not Tokyo.
Oh.
It's
Osaka's looser?
Yeah, I've been to Osaka before, and they laugh and crack jokes. You know, I married a Japanese woman, right?
Right.
So I kind of learned a little bit about them. They very serious.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Especially in Tokyo. They very serious. You got to be careful with jokes and stuff. And like, she learned to be funny after a couple of years of being with me. Then she started joking. Then she actually got pretty good. I'm like, damn, she started hurting my feelings a little bit there. The fuck did I create? But she was good. I remember one time we was joking back and forth, and she was laughing. Then I made a joke about her dad, and she said, "Don't you talk about my father." I was like, damn, my bad. I thought we was joking. So they just take everything serious. They don't understand the concept of jokes. You know, our movies, our comedy movies don't go there to Japan, just our action movies and stuff.
Interesting.
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah.
Makes sense, though, that they just, a different culture. They're more stoic.
Yeah.
It's just a completely different society, you know?
Yeah, but I'm going to go over there and make a whole bunch of babies, though. They need me.
They do.
They need me.
They do.
I'm going to make me a bunch of babies, and if they boys, put them in MMA.
Yeah, I think they have a drastic reduction in their population for some reason. It's so bad. I forget what the guy estimated, but there was a guy who analyzed all the people that are alive today in Japan and how many of them would have grandchildren, and it's a shockingly low number.
I wonder what's the reason though? Why?
That's a good question. Probably, I think they like video games. You know, that's a problem with young people.
Bro, I love video games too, but I also love pussy. You can do, you know what I'm saying? You can play a couple of games, then later on at night get some ass. I don't understand.
I think they're just locked in. I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
I thought it was rejection. Like people are so afraid of rejection over there. Like the guy go and hit on the girl and she rejects him. Like he probably won't hit on the girl again for like the next couple of months or years or something like that.
Oh, really?
That is really bad, especially if she rejects him in front of other people.
Oh, so it's an honor thing? Embarrassment thing?
Yeah, it's an embarrassment thing. That's why I kind of think it is. That's why I think it is.
Jamie, see if you can find something on Japan's dwindling population. Because it is kind of crazy.
And I got a couple of friends that's married out there, and one of my friends, we were just having a conversation. His name is Tyson. He's an African guy, and he owns a bar out there. And I've been going to this bar for over 20-something years. After all my fights, I used to go into this bar, and we got to know each other really well. And he was saying, like, if you love a Japanese woman and you marry a Japanese woman, do not get her a pet or kids. Because if you get her a pet or kids, you never fucking again. I was
What?
I'm like, yeah, I was married to a Japanese woman. I didn't have that problem.
Maybe it was just him.
No, that's what I thought. And then he said, oh, you don't believe me? And he asked the Japanese guys and a couple other guys that was there, American guys that's married. They said, yeah. They all said the same story.
How weird.
This was in the AP 4 weeks ago about birth rate declining and population decline.
Says surveys show young Japanese are increasingly reluctant to marry or have children, discouraged by bleak job prospects, the high cost of living, which rises at a faster pace than salaries, and a gender-biased corporate structure or corporate culture that adds an extra burden only on women and working mothers. Japan's population of more than 125 million is projected to fall by about 30% to 87 million by 2027. That's crazy. With 4 out of every 10 people 65 years of age or older. Whoa. That's nuts.
Yeah.
That's a big drop, man.
It doesn't really give a reason why.
Falls to a record low. Interesting.
Yeah, I heard they paying niggas to go over there have babies. Fuck that.
They're encouraging people to go over there and buy houses, too. Apparently, it's really easy to buy a house, and you can get a nice house for like
It's cheap.
fairly low money. It's safe.
Yeah, it's cheap too.
Yeah. It's a beautiful culture. I don't think I could ever live any place that doesn't crack jokes.
Yeah.
I need fun.
Yeah.
I'm too used to it.
Yeah.
You know, I've had fun for too long.
But I tell you what, though, those Yakuza, they funny, though. They're like Americans.
Oh, I'm sure.
They not like the rest of them.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you be hanging around a bunch of those motherfuckers.
Yeah, but I don't want to fuck up and miss a... I like my pinkies.
If you're not one of them, they wouldn't fuck with you like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I just hang out with them.
I remember one time I had a meeting with a big Yakuza boss. This guy was the biggest Japanese guy I ever met. He was like, looked like he was like 6'6", and he was like ripped, like twice my size, very muscular. And when I met him, it was right after I did that Arona Slam, and I got really popular in Japan.
What year was that? Was that 2003?
That was actually 20 years ago.
Oh, wow.
20 years ago. 'Cause I did it on my 26th birthday.
Dude, that is to this day the greatest slam in the history of the sport,
it's fucking
and a lesson for everybody that hangs onto a triangle when a dude's picking you up.
All he had to do was let go of my head.
All you had to do.
That's all I couldn't have picked him up.
And other guys did that with you. I forget who tried to get you in a triangle afterwards.
It was Vanderlei, and he grabbed my leg after that.
Yeah.
But you know, I did that to Sakuraba, but it didn't knock him out. I slammed Sakuraba a couple of times. It was from an armbar and stuff, though.
Sakuraba was so tough.
Oh yeah, I saw him a couple of weeks ago.
Here it is, right here. Bro, this is the absolute craziest because you threw him over the top of your head like a pillow. I mean, it's the greatest KO slam of all time. I thought he was dead.
Yeah.
I remember watching it. I was like, oh my God.
Wait, he didn't hold the back of my head, did he?
No, he didn't hold shit.
Oh shit! All these years, I thought he was look. Okay, he let it go. He was punching.
No, as soon as you get that left hand involved, so he's punching you, you scoop under and get that left hand involved.
He's holding on to something.
Look at this. Boom. When you connected your two hands like that and slammed down, holy shit. Because you think about it, man. You got your whole body like this, and he's over the top of your head. That's so much force.
Yeah,
that may be the hardest anybody's ever been hit in this sport.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
Because look at the amount of travel that he does.
Yeah.
Bro, you got him like 12 feet in the air.
Yeah.
Look at that. And he goes straight, and you were powerful as fuck back then.
Yeah.
And all the speed and force you're generating, oh my God. And then you hit his head.
Yeah,
head to head. You guys collided heads.
Yeah, he headbutted me. A lot of people are saying I headbutted him. That's what knocked him out. But he was already knocked out. His head bounced off the canvas and hit mine.
He's not going to stay conscious from that kind of a slam. That's what the craziest slam ever.
Now, he didn't fight much after that either, did he?
No.
You think he was embarrassed or what?
I think he was never the same. I think when a guy gets knocked out like that, it's probably different than any head kick, any knee to the head, anything. It's a car accident.
Bro, I felt bad because he was a great fighter.
He was. He really was. He was tough. Very good jiu-jitsu, strong as hell.
I was losing that fight up until then because he was kicking the shit out of my leg. And I didn't even want to check that. I didn't even want to check that his kicks was coming so hard. I fought K1, and I fought a lot of kickboxers, but his kicks is the hardest by far.
Wow, really?
Yo, yeah. I was every time he would kick me, I was acting like it didn't hurt. And after the third kick, I remember thinking in my head, like, I don't know if I can keep acting like this shit don't hurt. Because I didn't want to show him in my face.
Right.
But it got the hardest leg kicks I ever felt.